Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is doing good and feeling well. I wanted to read you all a story. So today we're going to read Giraffes Can't Dance. And I'm going to read it and show you the pictures, and I'm going to ask questions while I'm reading it. So when I ask a question, maybe we can pause the video and you can answer the question. Here we go. Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. Point to the giraffe. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at his knees. Look at the giraffe. He's falling and dancing and eating some trees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Point to an animal you see. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Point to a lion. Gerald swallowed bravely and he walked toward the door. But the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. They're not being very nice to Gerald. Can everyone point to Gerald the giraffe? Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Why was Gerald sad? What happened that made Gerald feel sad? Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Gerald is looking at the moon in the sky. Can you point to the moon? Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. Everyone pointed to Gerald the giraffe. What do you think Gerald's going to do? Let's look. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and he leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I am dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Gerald feels happy. He is smiling. Point to Gerald smiling happy. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald is the best dancer that we've ever seen." Can you point to an animal and tell Me, what animal do you see? Name an animal. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and he finished with a bow. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story of Gerald Can't Dance, but really, at the end of the story, we found out that Gerald really is a really great dancer. I think that everyone should do a little dance of their own now. I'll see you soon. Bye.